Hello and a warm welcome to Agric today on Arcn Television, Abuja, Nigeria. I am Khadija Oluwatoyin Amin.
Thank you very much.
I'm honored to address you at this important public hearing convened to consider referral bills relating to the development of the livestock sector in Nigeria. The House of Representatives remains committed to advancing laws and policies that promote sustainable agricultural development, enhance food security, create decent livelihoods, and position our nation as a competitive player in the regional and global agro-allied markets. The livestock sector is a cornerstone of our rural economy and a critical driver of inclusive growth. It supports millions of households, supplies essential protein, and underpins related industries. From feed production and veterinary services to processing and export opportunities. Yet, as we gather today, we are aware of the challenges that hinder its full potential, productivity gaps, inadequate infrastructure, disease management, market access barriers, and regulatory bottlenecks. Our objective in this public hearing today, is to gather diverse perspectives, evidence-based contributions, and practical recommendations that will inform refined legislative proposals and policy directions. To the stakeholders here present, farmers, herders, jointly owned cooperatives, researchers, veterinarians, industry associations, civil society organizations, and public agencies, I say your voices matter. This process thrives on robust, constructive engagement. We expect clarity, data-driven analysis, and a shared commitment to national interests and over-sectional concerns. We seek bills that are going to transport into acts of the Parliament, but they have to be coherent, implementable, and financially sustainable, with clear timelines, accountability mechanism, and measurable outcomes. The key areas we'll be looking at in consolidation with the bills we are considering today, we should all be concerned about the livestock production efficiency and productivity, on the best practices, genetic improvement, and access to quality inputs. We should look at our infrastructure and public services in terms of water, feed supply chains, roads, electricity, extension services, and access to whatever we resolve to put in place. As we consider the referral bills, let us keep in view the overarching policy objective to enable a thriving, resilient, and inclusive livestock sector that contributes to the national development while safeguarding public health and the environment. I urge all participant stakeholders to present their positions respectively, to listen as earnestly as they speak, and to base arguments on evidence and practical feasibility. I would like to commend the Committee on Livestock Development for organizing this important hearing and for their diligent work in examining these referral bills. I urge them to actively engage with stakeholders, solicit diverse viewpoints, and distill the insights into robust legislative proposals that align with our constitutional duties and development agenda. Finally, I reaffirm the commitment of the House of Representatives to governance that is open, participatory, and result-oriented. I look forward to the fruitful deliberations that will emerge from this hearing and to subsequent actions that will strengthen our livestock sector for generations to come. View of the foregoings. I, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, GCON, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, 10th Assembly, hereby declare this public hearing open. And so, thank you very much.
A bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigerian Act, Cap A812, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, to make provision for the establishment of Federal College of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, Zaria, Kaduna State, and related matters. A bill for an act to establish Federal College of Animal Husbandry, Kaoje, Kebbi State, and for related matters. A bill for an act to establish National Grassland and Forage/Fodder Production Research Institute, Guma, Gamawa, Bauchi State, to drive implementation of the National Livestock Transformation and for related matters. A bill for an act to establish Federal College of Livestock Development, Kusada, Katsina State, to provide training, research, and extension services in livestock production and management and for related matters. A bill, and finally, a bill for an act to establish Federal College of Animal Health and Production Technology, Mani, Katsina State, and for related matter. The committee is ready and prepared to collect, collate, and process all submissions that will position the establishment of these colleges as veritable grant to produce the required manpower and technical know-how in this fledgling sector of the nation's economy, and in line with the present administration's vision and mission to provide enabling environment and best practices for livestock development in our country.
Mr. Chairman, this bill set to establish the Federal College of Animal Husbandry, Kaoje, Kebbi State, a specialized Agric institution with a clear mandate of livestock development. I want to give in a highlight of what the bill or the clauses of the bill, if established, what was intended to achieve. The bill has clauses 1 to 4. Clause 4 to 22 contained in the already gazetted bill, which I don't want to mention. Maybe at the process of the committee report, we will put it together with the chairman to see what we can achieve. The highlight, the clause 1 of the bill is to provide for the establishment of the Federal College of Animal Husbandry, Kaoje, Kebbi State, as a statutory body. Clause 2 also of the bill is to provide for the object of the college, which include providing solution to the problem of animal husbandry in Nigeria, provision of extension services to enable livestock farmers exploit economic and business opportunities in animal husbandry, training, research, and innovation in animal husbandry through animal husbandry services outreach program, in service training containing education on farm adoptive research, promoting specialized higher education in animal husbandry through the award of certificate courses, NCE, and degree, etc. Mr. Chairman, the clause 3 of the bill also set to provide for the composition of the management team of the college, which consists of the chairman of the governing council, the provost, 2 deputy provosts, and head of school and department. The clause 4 to 22 contains so many provisions for the efficient administration of the college and a smooth operation of the activities of the college. Mr. Chairman, if this bill passes, the schedule which provides for the appointment and tenure of the principal officers of the college, major organs, the college like the council, academic board, the congregation, and various statutory committees.
This bill had been studied and there's a summary that we have come up with. The review analyzes the proposed bill establishing the Federal College of Animal Husbandry, Kaoje, Kebbi State, highlighting major drafting, structural and policy gaps, and offering detailed recommendations. The key observations and recommendations are as follows. We looked at the nomenclature and scope. The term animal husbandry is just too narrow. So the recommendations here is that it be renamed to Federal College of Animal Health and Production to cover both animal health and production disciplines. This is to give it a wider scope and to create space for more professionals to be involved in the livestock industry. Then we're looking at post-qualification. The bill omits qualification criteria. So the recommendation in that respect is that we specify the provost must hold a PhD with cognate experience of 15 years of academic experience and relevance in livestock or veterinary fields. Institutional oversight was also taken note of, and funding. Placing the college solely under the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development could isolate it from national education standards. And so recommendation here is that they keep the Ministry of Livestock Development as policy head, but harmonize academic standards and funding with the National Commission for Colleges of Education. We looked at the council composition issues. The current draft includes all senior staff as members of the council, but this can confuse the role of the council, the governing council itself. And so the recommendation here is that we redefine the governing council structure with a chairman, provost, ministry representatives, academic board members, and the registrar serving as secretary of the governing council. Principal officers, important roles like the director of academic planning were missing from the document. And so the recommendation here states that we list all principal officers, the provost, 2 deputy provosts, registrar, bursar, librarian, and director of academic planning with defined roles. We also looked at the legal and constitutional concerns of this document. Clauses restricting court access and making visitors' decision final violates the right of fair hearing. The recommendation here is that we remove or amend such clauses to respect constitutional rights to judicial review. We also looked at the retirement clause. And so we said for recommendation with this should align with pension laws, and we should consult PENCOM for further information. The technical drafting errors. The bill inconsistently uses sections instead of clauses. Recommendations is to standardize references using clause throughout the document. The supervising ministry. Oversight functions by the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development should be explicitly stated. The recommendation here is to define the minister and specify this ministry as supervising authority for policy and funding. Overall assessment of this document brings us to the fact that the bill is well-intentioned but requires major technical, structural, and policy adjustment in alignment with national education framework, constitutional provisions on rights and governance, and sectoral needs for both animal health and production training.
No objection for the establishment of this college at Kaoje. We are 100% in support of the establishment. However, in line with what the Vet Council just read, there are a lot of structural adjustments that needs to be done. I would wish the Secretariat to take note of this, including the Vet Council who just finished presentation. The Vet Council, in their presentation, mentioned NCC, National Commission for Colleges of Education. So that had nothing to do with this college. The national, instead, it is the MPTE, National Board for Technical Education. And during your presentation, sir, you made mention of acquired that is certificates to be acquired. Sir, it is not NCE. It is ND and HND. The college is to train middle-level manpower on national diplomas and higher national diplomas, not NCE, sir. And finally, sir, I think all of these issues of structural adjustment will have been fully adjusted if you have established this college under the Agricultural Research Council Act. If you look at the first bill to be presented today, it is the amendment of the Arcn Act for this to be established. All of the colleges under the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development today are established under the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act. And that had come explicit to also indicate and fill out the structures to which all of these colleges will operate. So the accreditation body for the college will be MBTE, not NCCE, sir. And the certificates to be awarded will be national diploma and higher national diploma. However, degrees could be awarded, but that will have to come in collaboration. They will have to do what they call affiliation. So they will have to do affiliation with existing universities to be able to award degree programs as they exist. So this is what is there, and the council is fully in support of the establishment of this. However, due to also comparative advantage, and as we speak, there is no single college of agriculture or livestock now existing in Kebbi State. So Arcn is 100% in support, and we are very ready to also support the secretariat with information they require to add to this. Thank you very much.
I think this is a welcome development because the gateway for our food security is establishment of these middle manpower colleges in order to enhance our youth participation in the area of agriculture. And I'm here to tell you that the other provosts who are here and myself, who happen to be the provost, Federal College of Veterinary and Medical and Technology Form, we are in total support of the establishment of this particular college in conjunction with the corrections being made by Arcn. Thank you very much.
I want to state that the Nigerian Institute of Animal Science is in full support of the creation or establishment of this college, the College of Animal Husbandry, as that's what the proponents of this college actually set up to do. And we want to state that there's a profession that covers this, and is established by the National Assembly Act number 26 of 2007 as amended 2015. That's the Nass Act of 2007 as the regulatory body in charge of all matters pertaining to animal husbandry in Nigeria, including training and the practice of animal husbandry in Nigeria. So we are in full support of this. The regulatory functions of the act of the institute are stipulated in our act and are contained in our submission to this honorable committee. We want to state just two big things. One, that the objects of the proposed college, as stated in sections 2D to E, be recast to recognize and acknowledge the statutory role and regulatory roles of the NIAS, the Nigerian Institute of Animal Science, in the animal science sector in Nigeria. And of course, being a college involved in animal husbandry, that the institute be represented in the board of that particular college, alongside the other bodies, the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development and the other relevant bodies that could be represented in that board for governance and proper administration of that particular college.
On behalf of the entire community of Kaoji, extend our profound gratitude to the members of this committee for their unparalleled wisdom in proposing a bill for the establishment of the Federal College of Animal Husbandry in Kaoji within Baudu local government area of Kebbi State. Mr. Chairman, another key advantage that makes Kaoje District a preferred location for the proposed Federal College of Animal Husbandry is the strong military presence in the area. In these challenging times of insecurity, the safety and protection of any new institution must remain paramount. This is where Kaoje offers an unparalleled and decisive advantage. We are fortunate to already host a crucial military formation in Kaoje, which is the forward operation base in Kaoje. In addition to that, Mr. Chairman, honorable members, there's also a naval base stationed in Yauri, because before getting to Kaoje, you have to cross the river Niger. So we are also grateful to Almighty God who has made it possible for us to have that naval base in Kaoje, who I believe will actually cover the entire banks of the river. Furthermore, we need to observe that the people of Kaoje district are renowned for their hospitality and peaceful disposition. We stand ready to embrace this institution, offering a welcoming atmosphere and full cooperation to ensure a seamless and constructive relationship between the school and the host community. As a testimony to this hospitality, Mr. Chairman, honorable members, we are happy to announce that the Kaoje district, in consultation with prominent sons and daughters of Kaoje, has decided as follows. A, to provide a suitable land for the permanent site of the institution, and to identify, recommend, and provide an existing educational institution as temporary site for the immediate takeoff of the new institution when passed into law. In conclusion, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee, we implore you to do everything possible to ensure the passage and subsequent ascent of this vital educational engine, the bill for an act to establish the Federal College of Animal Husbandry, Kaoje. It is certainly a catalyst for economic empowerment for the generality of our people in Kebbi State and Nigeria at large.
I want to commend the proponents of the various bills and the acts. But however, representing the animal science community here as the national president, I want to make just a few recommendations. And one of them is first, to support all the proposed bills. Secondly, to seek for geographical spread for all the proposed bills, so that there will be a holistic and wholesale establishment of the various institutes. Good thing spreads like perfume. And so, if this is well spread, there will be a total recharge of the growth that is expected and that is intended by the new livestock development ministry. Horizontally, vertically, there will be a total overhaul. You see the whole country will move at a great time. And so,
in essence, you are recommending that in citing this should reflect the federal character.
Thank you,
What is your specific recommendation in that regard?
Well, this is if these institutes are established as pilots in the areas of comparative advantage having been, if it is approved, then the bills will also, go on to suggest for the establishment in probably the 6 geopolitical regions. That is what the group I represent.
I'm overwhelmed to be part of this historical occasion of the legislative process that will lead to the creation of institutions for learning, which in turn produce the needed manpower and technical know-how to effectively run the livestock industry. There is no doubt that this evolution would yield economic stay that would support the plan and vision of this administration in this sector. At this juncture, my dear colleagues, the stakeholders and other distinguished guests, as the Honorable Chairman highlighted in his welcome address, this committee will do justice to all your submissions regarding this bill. We will definitely scrutinize any bill that comes in and it will be handled with very tedious scrutiny and care.
I am Khadija Oluwatoyin saying bye for now. The program Agric Today.